Hey, I'm here and we're going to talk a little bit about the hands and the grip. Everybody knows in golf that this is the #1 exercise to learn the golf grip, where you take the shaft, the grip handle, and put it underneath the heel, and you hold on with the pincher finger and you keep it in balance. The key is, what's left out a lot of times is the lightness. You just rest your hands and let the hands wrap around the grip. Now I'm going to kick it off to Coach Ken Taylor, and he's going to talk about the tie-in from the golf club, the Hogan grip exercise, to our shoulder trainer, elbow shoulder trainer.
So we're going to have Coach Robbie Thames demonstrate a few things today that's going to stimulate what Coach Brian was talking about, it in terms of putting that shaft and that grip down in that third pad. That third pad means you're really getting out there almost in that fingertips. And so that's when you have the most amount of feel. And as a golfer, you really want to be able to feel that club face. Where is it, especially in the impact position? So I'm going to turn this elbow trainer over to Robbie, and he's going to start demonstrating a few exercises that definitely correlate with what Coach Brian was talking about. So Robbie, just go with maybe a little internal and external rotation.
All right. Internal to the top. External.
So there's a couple things happening right now that go right into what we were demonstrating with the golf club, and that is the wrist all the way up to the elbow is being housed by flexor and extensor muscles, ones that are on demand, constantly on demand with the golf swing. The problem is, can you learn how to get the speed and contractibility with these muscles without having tension? Tension will actually allow you to separate from your positions in golf. If I ask Coach Brian to take an address position with the golf club, he's tension-free in his arms, especially the further his arms hang down, the more relaxed they get closer to the grip. So he's actually got less tension and less pressure in his grip than he does in his shoulders. His shoulders, which is the beginning of the triangle right here, has to have a little bit of muscle contraction, but not tension, and they are different, ladies and gentlemen. And then as he comes down, he's trying to marry these two elbows together throughout the golf swing as much as possible. Right now you see he's in an ideal impact position, and look how the elbows are married together. You cannot marry the elbows together if there's a lot of tension in the forearms. So George, let's take it to the top one time. If he comes down and his arms are really under a high grade of tension, then his elbows actually separate instead of being married together. That's what happens with me and Robbie, because we got more weightlifting behind us, more strength training, and our muscles don't want to relax.
Wait a second. What about you?
Well, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So anyway, getting back to the exercise with Robbie. Robbie, go ahead and do just do our vertical hinge move. Now, I'm going to have Coach Brian do vertical hinge on the right. I'm going to have Robbie do a vertical hinge right here with the Tsunami elbow trainer. You see the correlation of what's going on. If he hinges up, he's going to set that club in a position that it gives him the greatest likelihood and the highest probability of being able to stay on plane longer. So going back to Robbie over here, if you watch him, as he practices vertical hinging here, he gets a lot stronger there, being able to set that club. The reason why we like that move opposed to moving the Tsunami bar left and right, and go ahead and do it horizontally, just kind of left and right. If you start to move horizontally in your golf swing, your release point is going to be real inconsistent. Your dispersion is going to be great. So Coach Brian, you'll take it back, instead of doing a vertical hinge, do a horizontal hinge. So now he's kind of pronating, supinating a lot, and the club face is moving in and out of the plane a lot. So biomechanically, you give yourself so much more of an opportunity to be pure at impact and be a lot closer to your path and plane in a correct mode if you vertically hinge opposed to horizontal hinge. Not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, that the flexors and extensors are under a lot less duress from vertical hinge as they are a horizontal hinge.